We're continuing to talk about how we support and encourage others. And over the last couple episodes, I've talked about how broken support boards in a bed can really throw things off and out of whack, and how inadequate support in your life can really mess up just your overall super pumped life. The last couple episodes, we've talked about how sometimes just a little word of encouragement can get people over the hump. And we also talked about how sometimes small accommodations that we help people make can continue to help them live a fulfilled life. And I talked about how Denver, if I encourage him to get up on the bed, he can get up on the bed sometimes, but sometimes I got to move a footstool over and he can make it up. But there's other days where he's having a bad day. Come here, Denver. And he can't quite make it up even with the footstool. And then I've got to actually get to work and give Denver a little boost. And so what I have to do is I have to actually lift Denver and get him clear up in the bed. Sometimes we actually have to get our hands dirty and lift others up. A while back, I was playing basketball and I blew out my knee. And I can remember laying there on the court, just helpless and dejected and frustrated. And I needed the guys that I play basketball with to lift me up. So it wouldn't be enough for them to be like, hey, you can do it. Just head on off the court and go down to the shower and then get out to your car. That wouldn't have cut it. Nor would an accommodation have cut it. If they were like, oh, here's a chair, you can limp behind the chair, like they teach kids. We're getting into skating season up in the Northeast in Canada, and a kid will learn to skate on the ice with a chair. That's an accommodation, right? Until they learn to fully skate. I needed those guys to actually pick me up off the court, help me onto the elevator, get down to my locker, help me get a towel, all those things, get cleaned up, and then actually get out to my car and get into my car. Actually, I didn't get into my car. My wife came and picked me up. So even I needed her to transport me home. So I needed this level of support in order to overcome that. Sometimes you're going to have to really carry people in your life. You're going to have to do the heavy lifting. And Denver's getting heavier by the day because he likes to eat. So who do you need to actually get down and dirty, flex some muscle, and carry in your life? Think about that as you live your super pumped life, but also help others to find their super pumped life. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you did. I'm glad Denver's in the bed and he seems to be having quite the nap. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me today on the Super Pumped Life podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, I have 2 really quick next steps for you. First, subscribe or follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube so you don't miss future shows. And second, jump on over to superpump.com, where there are all kinds of great tips and tools for you to launch your super pumped life. Keep well, and I'll see you next time.